stayed away from social media for some time.
Are you a content creator? Sorry.
I make music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
does she?
I make music, but the internet stuff, the politics of the internet is not really something that I've engaged in. Yeah.
So when you said...
Is this actual factual? Has anyone heard her music?
Was it not capturing my face? Action!
Got the old hazard lights on. It's got the hazard lights on, lads.
Gotta powder the face, okay? Auntie Beauty, you might want to hire me as your ambassador. Alright. Gotta powder that face, baby. Yes.
Little didn't know I was never going low.
If I kick the flower,
Won't stop the show, won't touch and go. This I know. Yeah, cheddar, mind you on the cheddar. When I get
Lads, we still going cash point. Nah, sorry, you know what I gotta watch?
This is Ashley.
Hello, Ashley.
Yeah, Ashley, blessings.
I'm well, thank you.
Nice.
How are you?
We're good. Yeah.
I like Ashley, you know. I actually like Ashley, you know. I'm not even gonna lie.
As I was explaining just now,
Yo, man. Yo.
Rolex wearing, big chain wearing, Rockins.
I said he had the gal them in the house, so you have to pull up with the jewels, yeah? Saw the gal them and thought, yeah, I need to forward. Toasty!
the art is already supposed to be coming in anyway. This is their podcast. When I got the message from you on Saturday, and you were explaining the situation of things that you're going through, that you said you're going through experiencing and stuff, and I just thought to bring balance to the room, rather than you sitting amongst just men having this conversation, because you some sensitive subjects, it'll be better to have them. They run a very respectful, calm, very woman supportive kind of podcast, you know.
You know what? This was actually fucking genius, you know. I'm not gonna lie, you know.
Real bad man.
The way he just styled having a double booking was elite. He said, yeah, I thought it would be good to have you here because they're supportive for women. You know, that was masterful. I gotta be honest, that was masterful.
With a mature perspective, and what you're speaking on is delicate subject. So
Vice City Polo is mind games, though. It's mind games.
I thought it was just right to have them here. So the floor is yours. You can start to speak on some of the things you were talking about. I hope you don't find all the lights and that overwhelming. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit overwhelming.
No, that's why I'm just trying to.
Relax, chill.
Yeah.
Take a breather.
You know what? Come in, take a moment.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know where to start because I've just
Would you
finished
like me to start from
yes,
what?
If you could.
I'll start from the
appreciate
message.
that.
I got a message from Ashley on Saturday, basically, as I was saying. She was just explaining that she feels that behind the scenes,
Your mind games, bully turquoise. Your mind game. He dropped in by he's got flying the left. Fucking hell. Why pound come with a hat that ain't matching nothing? Yo, mind games. It's probably promo.
being bullied when it comes to a situation.
You man got lisping to stay lying on my name. Black Queen got the dream. I don't get why victim story has before content.
And being.
She has in it, bro. A live 500 spend.
Come in, take a moment.
Yeah.
I like her, man. She just seems innocent. You know them way then. Yeah. Boom flick pum. I want you. I am soundboarding that. Boom flick pum. I want you. Just a strip on my lip.
Well, I don't even know where to start because I've just
Would you
finished.
like me to start from
yes,
what?
if you
I
could.
don't even know where to start. Such a posh lass.
I'll start from the message.
appreciate that.
I got a message from Ashley on Saturday, basically, as I was saying. She was just explaining that she feels that behind the scenes, she's being bullied when it comes to a situation, and being almost like leaned on to go with a certain story, a narrative that's out there on the internet.
And what's this stem from, like?
In regards to this whole Loyce situation.
Okay.
And yeah, you know, see with me, like I said, I'm complimented that you feel that you were recommended to come to me to try and make this happen. I thought, oh,
Hey, what's going on there, man? What's going on there? They are tearing the arse out of this story. Same energy wasn't there for Victoria Everett, who openly and proudly targeted, man. I hear you.
okay, when I hear bullying and stuff, I'll give you I've got no horse in this race, so I can just listen you can just listen, but
Give a neutral perspective.
yeah, give you a chance to speak. How you feel, what you're going through. So please, anything that you want to add, go ahead.
Okay, so with the entire situation when it first came out, my name was not mentioned. Neither was the other party. He was not mentioned.
Come on, party. This girl's from on Thames. I told you before, she's from somewhere on Thames.
Okay, so with the entire situation when it first came out, my name was not mentioned. Neither was the other party. He was not mentioned. But then mutual people that knew us went under the comment section and started to tag my name and his name. When I saw that, I didn't respond. But then she then started to communicate with people in the comment sections and telling them that something worse had happened to me, that I had been violated and that we were supposedly spiked.
Oh, so she drew her out, really. She drew her out. She shouldn't have. See? So she was minding her business. People were tagging in the comments, but she was leaving it be. And then people went in the comments and were reacting and engaging and were putting stuff on her name that she just had to step out and clarify. So she didn't, you got to remember, she weren't...
Because you're asking for it. You're dying for it.
She wasn't. This just landed on her desk.
So that's when I came forward and said, well, that didn't happen to me. I came forward to give clarification on that. But the people that had listened to her already came at me because they assumed that I was coming out and saying that she was lying.
Right.
And when I gave my side of the story, I made it clear that when we were going through this situation behind the scenes, I was in the middle. I knew both these people. I was the mutual person. And I felt really confused and isolated because I didn't have the facts of the situation, but I had the facts of what I experienced on the night out.
Right.
The accent got me going. Cash point is mind game. She did, and Loyce was saying things that weren't true, so she had to. And
behind the scenes, I decided to pull back. I supported her by giving a statement, but I pulled back, and I just couldn't. I couldn't choose. I felt like I had to choose, but I couldn't choose because I didn't know who was telling. I didn't know. Yeah.
See, that's sensible. See, she's sensible, man. She's sensible.
Can I just ask, when you say you supported her by giving a statement, what was the line of your statement at that point? What did you kind of say in that statement?
So when she came and she told me that this happened to her, I was devastated. I felt bad. I felt horrible because I had introduced her to this person. And
Dark and corrupt, evil and sick.
I actually feel sorry for her because that puts her in a difficult position. Imagine you've introduced the guy, so you kind of know the guy more than her, and then she's saying this, and if you know him, you know his character, if anything, innit? So if you know him, and I'm not saying that because I wasn't there in it, so I don't know, but I understand the difficult predicament it puts her in, man. You know she loves to hear fancy going sheesh, babe. Bro, I'm not a sheesh man because I smoke real stuff, not watermelon bubblegum stuff and stuff like that. But I do up a sheesh kebab, yeah, sheesh with that, yeah. One time for the one time. It's jokes. Any women, it's jokes. It's just.
What is Ross with that one, so honest being is there?
I'm just being a.
What's wrong with this dickhead?
Don't pay attention to me. Do you get what I'm saying?
And then she comes to me and she tells me this is what's happened, and I believed her, and I went to the police station and I gave them the statement of what had happened between all three of us leading up to the incident. Obviously, I couldn't talk about what happened between them when they went to his home, but that was my statement. And that was my way of letting her know that I'm supporting you and I'm here with you. And that was as much.
Because for real, she didn't have to do that. She done that to show support to you. She could have just said, listen, I weren't there. I don't want to get involved, which is understandable, to be honest. Do you get what I'm saying?
As I could do, but she then wanted me to go to court with her. And at the time, I just felt overwhelmed, you know.
Yeah, nah, fuck that, man. I'm not going court, man. Go court for what? Let them sort this out, man. Social media friends need to keep in mind they are technically business associates. Abiel, you know, that's actually that's an epiphanial moment. Like, do you get what I'm saying? That's actually, yeah, it feels friendly and all of that, yeah. But yeah, you're business associates. We're not even work colleagues. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
He was in my ear and his side was saying they didn't do it. She was on the other side of my ears saying that this had happened to her. And it was so confusing and isolating. I just couldn't go to the courtroom with her. I just couldn't. It was too much of a burden on me. And I just didn't know how to move forward with it. But I did share that with her. I communicated that with her. I still checked in on her They went to court. He was found not guilty. So then she went and told her statement on Instagram. But then I felt like she was trying to paint me out to be the villain of the story by
Which is crazy.
saying I didn't show up for her, I left her stranded. And then under the same breath, she's telling her fans or the people that are following her that something far worse happened to Ashley and she doesn't want to talk about it because she's scared.
No.
And it was
Yeah, no, come on, bro, man. Come on, bro, man. How can people feel bad towards her? How can anyone feel bad? How can you feel malice towards her, bro?
just like, well, that's not what happened. So I came forward and said, this was my truth. This is what happened from my perspective. But they didn't receive it that way.
So what has she said since you came out and spoke about it?
I haven't checked in, to be fair.
Smart lass. Don't even pay it no mind.
I just like, I logged off because so many people were coming at me, especially women, and were just saying the most horrible things. I mean, I would retaliate and I said some stuff back, but it was so bad that I just hid for a few days. I just stayed away from social media for some time.
Are you a content creator? Sorry.
I make music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Oh, does she?
I make music, but the internet stuff, the politics of the internet is not really something that I've engaged in. Yeah.
So when you said,
Is this actual factual? Has anyone heard her music?
Was it not capturing my face? Action!
Got the old hazard lights on. It's got the hazard lights on, lads.
Gotta powder the face, okay? Auntie Beauty, you might want to hire me as your ambassador. Alright, gotta powder that face, baby. Nay, yes.
Little didn't know I was never going low.
If I kick the
Lads.
Won't stop the show, one touch and go. This I know. Give it each other, mind you and each other. When I gave my heart,
We still going cash point. We still going cash point.
you took. If I granted left it cold, in and each other, mind you and each other.
In case I get copyright. This is good content. I want this in the content. Leviticus 20 verse 13, you know, let's say it's funny. I'd go cash point still. I'd go cash point, I'm not gonna lie.
that in my voice note, you said that you feel that
When
The whole
someone is
thing with TV
over-curated,
is I just don't want it, innit?
suspicious.
they're
Even if
not
a
match
calling
of
you
the
or
day,
trying to get you to go.
obviously.
Standard of the day.
Yeah, get what I'm saying? Match of the day, everything.
Don't know the score.
Mind games. Hey, sorry. One time for the one time.
With their
Yeah.
story, Midday and Loyce. How's that? How do you feel that's happening?
So they started to call me a pick-me. She's siding with the men. Why would you do that? I even had some people coming in my DMs and saying, even if she was lying, you're supposed to just stand with her as a woman.
That's dangerous now. That's dangerous. Because what if it's a Victoria Everest situation and the man's actually innocent? You're supposed to side with the woman just because. That's what's dangerous. That's just dangerous. Because I don't side with men just because they got dick and balls. Pause.
Hey, yo, my G, what you dealing with, my guy? I fish them boy there. Give me a fish sign.
Do you get what I'm saying? Pulling in, just going with someone based on their gender is very dangerous. And now that if this is women's mentality, they shouldn't be on a jury because they're just going to side with a woman just because they're a woman. Like, this is crazy.
You're not supposed to just go against the
Nonsense.
grain.
Nonsense.
And I said, well, no, like you guys cannot force me to come online and lie and, potentially send somebody to prison over something that didn't happen to me. I'm not going to be attached to that trauma. And so I felt like the women were saying, you are choosing
Oh, swear night West. Okay, big up.
the men's side and you are being a pick-me. Why would you do that? And that's where I felt like the bullying was coming from because Mida never got my side of the story. She just went and gave her statement and her segment and she...
Did she mention you in her? Yeah, she
She
talked about
did. She
you.
called me weird, which did trigger me because it's like
In
I
her
don't really
interview?
know her. Yeah, when she talked
didn't do an
about
interview. She did a rant.
Yeah,
Oh, rant.
when
Okay.
she
You guys
talked
would be more
about
up for
it.
this. I'm going to be honest, but I'm probably like you. I don't know about you, but I haven't.
Yeah.
I deliberately kind of didn't get involved in it. I chose not to pay attention to it. So everything you're telling me is pretty fresh. I'm picking up as we move along.
We touched on it in our latest episode from the perspective of content creators commenting on something that's so sensitive
Very.
and calling someone out.
No women need more protection. It must have been very awkward for her if the guy was a friend to her. How would she? Exactly, facts.
In this regard, it was about Loyce and saying that her story.
No, there is bare hungry men out here, Sam Smith. That don't mean that every man's automatically guilty, though. Bro.
Is not to be believed. We generally were just saying that in this case like this, maybe it's best for content creators just to stay out of it.
Yeah.
Because when Loyce made her
That's true.
PSA, how we assumed it was to be, she didn't name anybody, she didn't mention anyone at that point.
Yeah.
So we were like, leave it at that. She's obviously given a warning, like if you're intoxicated or under the influence of any kind of narcotics, if something happens to you and you go to court, you're seen as not a credible witness.
Yeah.
So that's a warning.
I'm raising a son. I'll have to get my blower if a woman falsely accuses him and tries to force a girl to say that it happened when it didn't. I'll wrap her ass up quick. Facts. You got to.
Everyone, and if she didn't mention anyone, that's her story to tell in that way.
Yeah.
And then we were saying that content creators should be mindful of how they report on things, especially like SA. Then the next
we didn't talk about your videos.
I didn't know about your video.
I did. It's your hair, so I literally didn't recognise you when you came in. But as you started talking, then I was like, no, I watched your videos. Why I didn't mention you when we were doing our episode was you were there. You're the friend that she spoke about.
Yeah.
As far as I can remember, I don't remember her saying...
The fruit break is mine.
Dark and corrupt, evil and sick.
Oh, fruit break is crazy.
saying anything happened to you, but there was another girl that picked up the phone in the morning that said, I have your phone. Or did you have her phone? Were you the girl?
She had my phone.
And there was another girl that had her phone.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought it was that girl that had her phone that was drugged. That's how I understood her story.
She came in so then what's her name? Elaine the Pain did a live show, and Elaine the Pain was pretty much just kind of giving the people the facts of the situation that she had received. And
if she's saying it happened to her, then that's her story. But don't lie and say it happened to your friend as well in another part of town just to get the result you want. Who does that? That's very devious still. That's very devious. It's very devious.
And the girl was saying that she's been had her friend go on the live that they were having and said, well, Ashley did get Ashley was gang, but she's scared to come forward and say and talk about it.
So
that's crazy. That's crazy smart to put on someone's jacket that you've been treetop. That's crazy. You've been treetopped.
Ashley was gang, but she's scared to come forward and say and talk about it.
So this is another friend of Loyce that said that on the live.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Is this supposed to have happened on the same night?
Yeah.
But you're here to clear that absolutely
that didn't happen to me.
Did not happen. Narratives that are pushed online can be very dangerous.
Crazy.
People saying
it's crazy. That's
very dangerous. My thing is, I always find in these situations, I just hate lies because it diminishes the ability for people who have committed heinous crimes like this to be punished. Because there are a lot of women out there who suffer at the hands, of men and being essayed. Yeah. And it actually breaks my heart a bit when I hear that there are women who are just doing it to get one back, to get one up on somebody. Because every time that happens, it does mean that for someone who has been drugged, for example, not drugged, say like someone's gone out, like you said, and they're a bit intoxicated, it diminishes their credibility when they go to court, which is why we've got to be very careful about the type of narrative that we put out there. It is your story to tell. It's no one else's story to tell. If it happened to you or it didn't happen to you, it is up to you to tell that story. No one has a right to do that without you saying that.
And that's definitely a violation. The girl has no right to,
especially if it's a lie,
speak on you in any way.
You're saying that's just a lie.
That's a lie. That never happened to me. And the thing is, what made it worse is that when I did come out and say it, people thought I'm saying that she's lying. So then I was made to feel like, well, you need to back off. You need to back off and take the female side, because right now you're standing with the men, and that's what it looks like.
So
go on.
And everyone that you've had. So have you spoken to Loyce again? Have you spoken to Midday?
I haven't spoken to any of them.
So since they came out and kind of called you out, you've not had a conversation with them at all?
No, I haven't.
Would you feel comfortable doing that just behind the scenes, not to camera?
Well, not really, because there was a bit of her video that I did see where she then came out and she wanted to clarify things. And when she was speaking, because I I said in my story that I was drunk and, you know, I really couldn't really, you know, get myself together, but I was aware of what was happening around me. She tried to make it seem as if I don't know what's going on, and she tried to gaslight the situation by saying, well, if you were drunk and you weren't aware of what was going on, don't you think maybe something
So they're trying to impose something happened to you? Okay.
And that's where the issue is, because it's like you guys are trying to make it seem as if I don't know what was happening to me. I wasn't aware of what was happening to me. You're pretty much trying to take away my autonomy, and that's not fair.
Oh, you're using words like that, autonomy.
And I shouldn't be
Diana Ross's mind games.
penalized for saying, well, that didn't happen to me, and that doesn't mean that I'm being a pick-me or I'm choosing to be on the men's side. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. Only she does and he does, but I'm also allowed to say that didn't happen to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think clearing it up like this, I think removing yourself from the conversation, the toxicity is great.
Yeah.
And there will be another story that takes over the internet waves.
Yeah.
They should speak directly to each other, not a subject like this via podcast. Alright, CJ, thank you for the woo. Thank you for the woo. But if Ashley don't want to speak to them, I don't blame her. Like, I've came out and just spoke my truth, innit? Because there was stuff being said on my name. Excuse me, and you lot have chose to attack me and silence me. So the whole reason you've come out and said your side of the story just to spread awareness and all of that, no one silenced you. So now that I've said my stance and you lot are attacking me for it, that means you're kind of trying to silence me and diminish my feelings and my viewpoint, which is crazy. That's not fair. And this is what men as well, like bros before, like boys, like men being on men's, like we gotta understand the specifics of the situation. We can't just be siding. Like now, because she said something that might not agree with what the other girl says, she hates women. Like that's just so dumb and childish and illogic. Like that's just such like a shit mentality. Like it's dumb. If someone said something about me that I found offensive, I want to personally speak to them to address it so there's no misunderstandings. That's mature of you still. Abiel.
And I would say withdraw, because I don't think you can change people's mind. The internet comments are going to comment and they're going to have their own opinions. There's not much you can do. Saying it now, clearing your story, however that gets received, it is what it is.
And sit in your truth at the end of the day. Sit in your truth. You don't need
your truth is crazy
to worry about what anybody else is saying. I want to swear, but I'm going to be polite. But you don't need to worry about anybody else.
You can swear. Is that the main thing that you wanted to get across, to make sure that what was said, that it didn't happen? These things that were being said about you, was that the main thing you wanted to get across?
Yeah, that's the main thing that.
Fucking hell, big up, Ming, man. Appreciate you. No beef though, man. I don't want no problems, man. I can't stand the phrase. Thank you, Abiel. I hate that your truth. How about the truth? Just say what happened. Don't add any extra sauce. Just say it like it happened to her. What, is he timed out? What? I try to just ignore that. I can't do nothing about that.
I wanted to put across, and also that I'm not choosing a side, and I shouldn't.
I think that's the important part.
I shouldn't be forced to choose a side, because I don't think it's a battle of the men versus.
Okay, good. He's not, because I don't know. I don't want to be silencing people, man. I don't like that, man. Because I'm cool with both of them. I don't want them catching up in madness.
As the women, I think it's so much bigger than that. But because of the chaos, it feels like people have been getting lost in that.
I didn't get. Okay, so where I've watched all the videos and been in the comments quite a lot.
Bro, Auntie's got time.
There's definitely people coming at you about whether something happened to you or not. But I really did see it as this was somebody else she was talking about. But the thing that people were really chatting about was the whole Loyce was left there by herself and you, as her friend that she was there with, went somewhere.
Yeah.
That's what I was seeing. More people were like actually throwing your name.
See, that I hate shit like that. So this big grown woman who probably chose to do what she wanted to do, you're going to have a go at me about that. Satchel is mind games. You're going to have a go at me about that. That's fucking bullshit. So now, everybody's having a go at her. You're saying that's wrong. So what you're doing instead is finding a different way to do it. Oh shit, what did I miss?
Around. Like that wasn't like addressed properly in your videos.
Yeah.
People were more saying that's why you got to watch who you hang out with, because
again, I hated that she told the story from that perspective, because that's not what happened. She ended up with my phone. We were both intoxicated. I don't think anybody was capable of looking out for each other.
Pharaoh said he's blocked. He WhatsApped me.
in that moment. And before
Look, untime him out, please.
I went outside, I communicated that with her. I said to her, I'm going outside. She knew
Okay, good. You lot just allow it, please, man.
I was going outside, but she was busy, living her best life on the dance floor. And then when I got in the car, the guy I was with was trying.
Sorry, I ain't been in the chat, yeah. I just want to say, you lot are dickheads. You lot are pussios. I was minding my business, making content, and I thought, you know what, let me not even pay it. Let me focus and still make the content. I look in the group chat and look what you lot are fucking doing. You lot are fucking dickheads. You lot are fucking dickheads.
To get intimate, I said no. And then I told him to go back inside and grab Loyce and my stuff because I was ready to go home. He went inside, came back and said Loyce, he couldn't contain Loyce. She was just, she was busy mingling and he couldn't contain her. You couldn't get her outside. He didn't have all my stuff. So he gave me my bag. As I was about to go in my bag and look for my phone to grab my phone and call her, I noticed my phone wasn't there. So as I'm getting ready to get out of the car, he rushes into the car with his friends because there was a fight that had just broken out and their female friend was involved in the fight. So they're trying to get her to come down and drive off because the police had been called to the scene. So as I'm getting ready to come out of the car, they're like, Ashley, get back inside. So I'm too drunk to even put up a fight and say...
You kind of got separated in the melee.
Yeah. Everything kind of happened really fast.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I don't have my phone, I don't have Loyce. And you go, they're like, when you...
Innit, she didn't have her fucking phone and people are still trying to have a go at her. For fuck's sake.
You can call Loyce or call your phone when we get to our house.
Did you go to the party together?
Yeah, we did. But I invited her to the party. She was there. She got there before me and then she waited for me and then I arrived.
Which is crazy. Getting there before the person who invited you is crazy. I'm not gonna... That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That seems a bit...
Artificial intelligence!
That's not... How's someone inviting you somewhere and you get there before them? That's crazy.
But anyways, so that's how we got separated. Right. And then once we got to the house where the after party was,
Eager Beaver is mind game.
He gave me his phone to call my phone, and when I called my phone, she happened to answer, and we spoke.
So Loyce had your phone at the party?
Yeah, she had my phone.
Right.
So at that point, what happened?
Yeah, and then when we spoke, she picks up and she's like, babe, where are you? I'm like, I'm at this place, I don't even know where I am, but it's an after party, I'm here with,
I just pray she keeps the headlights on though, She keeps the headlights on, I'm not gonna lie. She keeps the headlights on. I didn't pray it still.
The people, I named the people. She told me that
what? Especially on fuck because you said open the Discord. Fuck it now.
Was with the guy. At that point, I relaxed because
you lot chat to them. If they want to do it, I'll do it. If not, I don't mind. I'm not here for the passer, really.
I just
the guys.
Yeah,
so all of the guys.
Yeah.
Full Gonzalez, Full.
They all know each other.
They know each other. They're all friends. Okay. And she's with somebody that I've just introduced her to. Yeah. Right. So I'm not panicking. Yeah. She's like, yeah, we're here together. Okay, can you guys come over here? She's like, yeah, sure. So we then give the phones to the guys because they know their addresses and their friends. Right. And their plan was for them to come over to where I was, but they never showed up. So they never came.
So in your mind, you're just thinking, they're just doing their thing.
So you're just waiting for her to get there. And
I'm waiting for her to arrive. We called a few times. My phone didn't get answered. But again,
what
is Ross really want that so? And it's big, isn't it?
I'm not panicking because she's with somebody that I know. Yeah. Right. So everybody just relaxed and just went about their business until the following morning.
Right. And that's when everything's gone.
Yeah. And then the following morning I called her and that's when she told me, hey, this is what's happened to me.
Right. So then you two's disconnect follows through in the whole trial of it all.
Leading up to the trial. Okay. She went to the trial. He got found not guilty. She called me. She told me about it. Then 2 weeks later, she sends me a message and says, Ashley, this is your fault. You took the statement.
Ooh, she's proper guilt tripping her, man. Young Diana is mind games. I don't like that, man. They're guilt tripping her, bro. They're guilt tripping her. That's crazy.
And out or something along those lines. And then that's when I just I threw a fit. I said, I've had enough. You cannot come at me and say I was the reason.
What does she mean?
What I will say, sorry, just to tap in on that bit. What I will say is that in her defence, it's very slightly in her defence. if she's just gone through such a traumatic experience, she's gone to court, he's been found not guilty, take what she says with a pinch of salt, because when you're hurt, sometimes you do say things to people because you're looking for somebody
and
to
you're
blame.
irrationally trying to blame.
Yeah.
I understand it, and I felt like I had been patient with her the entire time. You know, there were moments where she would just, you know, go off, and I would still just hold my tongue and be there for her. But at that point, I just had enough, because we had spoken, and she had told me he wasn't found guilty. She asked for my advice, and I said maybe take some time off the internet. I'm not sure if she took my advice or not. But then 3 weeks later, she sends me a message, and I'm just like, where's this coming from? She's not even trying to understand what's going on with me, where I am emotionally. So at that point, I just couldn't hold it in. I really couldn't.
How long have you been friends?
We weren't friends for that long.
Party friends.
I was just about to say, it's probably like you two weren't that close.
They weren't.
And she's much younger than Loyce, and she proper tried to get her to believe something horrific happened to her. Kid girl, Checkin's crazy. It's all perspective. She's definitely valid for feeling manipulated. Also, from another perspective, you may be desperate for any crumb of backing. I hear you. Sorry, Pharaoh, man. Sorry about that, bro, man. Sorry.
Feeling of that.
Yeah, that's
So
what
on
I'm
that
level, man. Appreciate you forwarding, man.
line, it's kind of become like this.
Night West cheeky one is crazy.
This is your brethren that you've left.
It's good.
It's not
I think everyone needs to retreat from this.
Everyone does need to retreat, and just to go back on how she's feeling, and you are allowed to be hurt as well, and to say to her, and to like basically just be like, I've had enough of you, and to talk your piece. She's allowed to go through the process. It's like stages of grief, isn't it? So that's basically what she's going through at the moment. It's going to take her a long time to reconcile what's happened to her in her head,
especially with the backlash of what's happened with her coming out of her version of events and people responding negatively to her story. All the things that's happening.
Bouncer's not happy with the. I've seen, that's the person I've seen the most.
Yeah, that's how I saw it.
That's where I've seen it.
I didn't even see that, man. Sorry, bro. Sorry.
That's what I see.
I've seen some of Loyce's, and I've seen Bouncer taking a firm stance of how he
Yeah, it was a bit wild.
Can I ask, why did you, so you didn't go to court with her?
No.
But just then you said that you withdrew your
I
statement.
didn't withdraw my.
she didn't say she withdrew it. She said that.
She said you withdrew it.
But I didn't withdraw my statement. I spoke to the police and I said to them I didn't want to go to court. The police said, well, you don't really have a choice. If we feel like we're going to use your statement as evidence, you'll be called into court.
The CPS likely, if you didn't get the CPS likely thought it wasn't a strong enough statement
for them to use.
Basically.
So that doesn't necessarily mean she withdrew it.
Because the statement would have just been her.
Don't worry, we're gonna have a mothers meeting, Pharaoh, about that. I'm gonna talk to the LVC after this and figure out what happened. I didn't want to make the video about that. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I'm actually gonna clip this, and I don't want to make the clip some fucking argument. Do you get what I'm saying?
Her view of what happened. She don't
And
actually
she doesn't know.
what happened.
So what's she gonna say in court?
Dropping locations is crazy, though. I didn't know that.
Be a witness.
No, they might not have.
They say the good girls are the worst. Why are you lot onto my girl Ashley, man? You didn't see the headlights. Abiel, you didn't see the headlights. Yeah, but we're going to have a meeting, Quest. We're going to have a meeting, bro. We're going to have a meeting. In Cruel Intention, she was doing a wallop from a rosary is crazy. When was it MA jumped off the fence. Crazy. I ain't never seen that before. See, there's the Discord.
Did they call you and say be a witness?
No, they didn't call me and say be a witness. They
That
said
means
you
they
could be
felt her
called
statement
in.
wasn't strong enough.
You could be called in. So they said to me, are you withdrawing your statement? I said no, but I do.
OVC Council, don't worry, we're going to have a mothers meeting after. The way Mills is just standing up in the Discord, every time I switch screen, it's fucking killing me. I'm sorry. I just standing there with the Rastaman triangle thing. Oh, fuck it. Bro's just all in the corner. Bro's just all in the corner in the Discord. Ayadi. Pick up, man. Fuck it. Sorry.
Do not want to go to court. They said, well, you don't have a choice if we want to use your evidence. If we want to use your evidence, your statement as evidence, you be called into court.
Yeah,
they didn't call me.
Okay.
But she was it just?
I get it.
No,
Because
but
the
what
conversation.
No.
She has said, I don't want to go to court.
No,
You've
but
already
the
said that.
CPS. So basically, how it works is that the CPS, when everyone gives their statements and whatever.
German niggas love to talk about court shit. Yeah, I know. I was there 6 years. Yeah, this is how it works.
The CPS feels it's enough credible
to add to the case.
You're gonna go
A statement to add to the case. They will add it to the case, then she has to come in.
Yeah,
because the case, there was nothing substantial in her statement that would have helped the CPS prosecute him.
In fact,
they never called her as a witness. So that means that. So regardless whether she wanted to go or not, she wouldn't have had a choice because they would have had her statement, and they would have been able to call her.
I get
in.
all of that, but
That is crazy.
saying Loyce probably has been told that she doesn't want to go to court.
Oh yeah, that's the.
And then they've had that
and she
conversation
put two and two
as well.
together. And
So she's like, well, there was.
With 44 holding the corner in the Discord is crazy.
Anybody that would be there as a witness, like I'm being called as, because she's a witness as well.
But I will say this, because I want to put a lid on this now, because I don't want to go on the back for too much longer. I think before you, unless you've got something very important that you want to say first before I say anything. Is there something you want to get across?
Yeah, no, I don't really have anything that I need to say.
I think you've spoken clearly. I think you've made just your point. Well, what I'd say is listening to all of this and taking it on board, because I'm funny with
guys go to jail once to start talking like an encyclopedia.
Because Loyce isn't here at the same time. I tread. You understand? Like, I'm not invalidating anything that you said because it sounds very real and genuine to me. I can practically see it. It makes perfect sense. What you're saying, you haven't said that. You haven't discredited what she's saying. You're just telling your story and these things didn't happen to you. Well, I'd say two things I want to say before we close on this. One, without any shade or critique on you or Loyce, I'm very big on this because I know a lot of women. I talk to a lot of females, and I said females. I got told off for using the word females. Exactly. Why?
You started off with women anyway.
No, anyway, I talked to a lot of females.
There was a little bit of a soft
Listen to me. You know the words don't matter. I can't say females. I talk to a lot of females and not a lot of women. Right? I do hear a thing that recurs, which I've heard here as well here today. When you're going out, please, women, when you're going out together, you have to try and leave together.
Yeah, that's standard.
You know that's always been standard.
No, but you say it's standard.
It's not standard.
The reason why I'm saying it's standard is because that should be standard. However, what I will say, in the case of what you've just explained, I can also understand how those events happen.
But listen to me again. I'm saying this should be standard, but it's not always standard. Let this be a cautionary tale to people. Also,
yeah, we got all the gossip, man. Yeah, ladies, don't leave each other stranded. But at the same time, people are big people. If she want to go and get a little piece of khaki, let her go get a little piece of khaki. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to CB the man them. You can't be CB. Imagine you're trying to get you see one of your little sweet ones out on the dance floor, you're trying to go back to your place for a little
Rolex wearing, big chain wearing, Ruggins.
You're trying to get a little piece of Ruggins going, and they're talking about, no, we came out together, so we're going home together. If you don't let me put both my heels on your back. Don't let me put both my heels on your back and spin off like a wrestler. Don't play with me. Don't play with me, man. Don't play with me, man. Don't play with me, man. Burning hot. Check my temperature. Burning hot. Check the temperament. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. CHINX, that can't be what you took away from the segment. What do you mean?
Burning hot, check my temperament, flinging out flames. Check my temperature, tweaking. I check the temperament, she burning hot. Check the temperature, burning hot. Check my temperament, flinging out flames. Check my temperature, tweaking. I check.
You lot, go subscribe. Go subscribe to my YouTube, man. Go subscribe. Go subscribe, man. Go subscribe. Look, this is where all my lives are, bro. Look, all the lives, bro. Where's the live? Alright, don't show that. Look, members only. Where's my other lives? Why isn't it showing all of them? But yeah, anyway, membership. There you go. Look, all my lives. All my life. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's not the cooperating. But yeah, go subscribe to me, man. Subscribe to me, man.